Well, good morning, it's me again. Now today's video is all about the modern gear. Now I know you old boys, the older vintage guys, but you know, a bit of a change, bit of a mix up and all that sort of thing, you know. And we'll be following around. Crawfords, who's running the event today, has kindly invited me along, and they've got Fendt tractors, Valtras, they've got Amazon implements to go on the back of it. Should be interesting anyway. I should have the drone up, as you know, and there's probably going to be a part 2 as well as this one. So anyway, I appreciate you coming along. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that nonsense. Comment, button's just down there, you know, score, I ain't got to tell you. It does the algorithms apparently. It's all good for the algorithms. Anyway, thanks for coming along. See you soon. Right, as you know from the intro, I've got Ashley. Introduce yourself, Ashley.
I'm Ashley Baldry from RW Crawfords down in Charing, and part of the sales team down there really.
Fantastic. And what's happening today then?
Well, we're having an Amazon demo day here. Now we're sort of quite into the cultivation part of the year where farmers are doing bits in the soil and in the ground, and we also have a day here to have all the Amazon equipment here, from spreaders to drills, and we've got 12-metre Amazon condor there, lovely bit of kit, and just to show, you know, different bits of what the machines can do really. We've got Fendt tractors here, we've got Valtra tractors here, got everything from a Fendt 718 to sort of an S394 Valtra that's almost 400 horsepower, so amazing bit of kit. We'll show you that later, I'm sure, Robin, but
We'll
yeah.
follow you around with a drone today.
I'm sure you will.
Fantastic. And perhaps inside the cab as well.
Yeah.
Now we've got a fine day today, the sun's going to come out and everything.
Yeah.
We've got the generator going in the background.
Yeah, sorry about that, yeah, we can't turn that down, I'm afraid.
Yeah. But I should probably catch up with you during the day and ask you a few questions.
Yeah,
so
of course you can.
Do your own work now.
I will do.
All
No
right.
pressure, thanks Robin.
Yeah, I appreciate your time, and we'll see you later perhaps.
Cheers, top man.
Well, I'm here with Matt now, and he's going to give you a brief rundown. Introduce yourself, Matt.
Hi there, Matt Smith here, National Sales Manager from Amazon Limited.
And what are you doing here today?
We're here with our dealer Crawfords. Crawfords cover Essex, Kent, Sussex and Hampshire for us, do a very, very good job. They've kindly put on for us today a seeding and tillage demonstration day, so we've got a range of kit here on show. It's a working demonstration day, so you can get behind the wheel, you can talk to our experts that are on hand, our territory managers that are here, and our product specialists as well. We've got some new stuff here, including the new Cobra, which is a shallow tine cultivator. We've got a 12-metre condor drill here as well, direct drill. We've got a Brassica here, we've got a Cirrus, and a range of other bits and pieces as well for you to come and have a look at. Tea and coffee is on all day. I think there's also some soup to eat as well. All welcome. We're going to have a fantastic day.
Right, now you talk about your product. Now tell me, now there's a big problem in the world at the moment with spares and bits and pieces. So for argument's sake, the farmer's in the field now and he wants to cultivate his field or drill it. Now he's got a time scale that he's got to do it.
Yep.
Now for argument's sake, something breaks on that piece of equipment you've got on with. What is the turnaround for your company? So if it gets on the phone to you, can you turn it around within 12 hours?
Absolutely, yeah. So I mean, in the vast majority of cases, we're in the very, very fortunate position that we've got dealers that hold a huge variety of stock within their depots. We advise them on what they should have on the shelf within the depots, make recommendations for that according to what kit they've actually got in the area. So our after sales guys would look after that and make sure that that's all put in place in conjunction with our parts team as well. We also offer service kits as well that are available, so sort of first aid kits that would effectively make sure that everything that you might need for a particular machine is in that kit, so that when somebody in a van from a dealership comes out to mend your machine, they've hopefully got everything that we could possibly imagine you might need.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to ask you. Now, obviously, If you're out in the field and you want some advice, is there a telephone number where you can actually call and talk to somebody?
First line of defence is your dealer, of course. I mean, you know, this is why we work with fantastic dealers like Crawfords. So your first line of defence is the dealer, but straight behind them is our team of territory after sales managers who are there at the other end of the phone for the service technicians from the dealership as well. And then behind that, up at Doncaster, we've got our HQ. Yep. And we've also got an in-house service team there as well that are able to provide yet again an even greater level of product support. And if all else fails, which it rarely does, we can also go back to a support team in Germany as well if we really get stuck, which is I'm happy to say a very rare occurrence.
Okay, now you talk about I'm talking about parts and bits and pieces. Now there's obviously parts on that drill, cultivator, that wear. So they've got to be in store, haven't they? They've got to be there for the customer. Yeah. And do you deliver to the farm? Well, I presume that's the people like Crawfords and the dealerships that deliver to the farms. Or
it is, yes. I mean, from a wear parts point of view, again, we would make recommendations to the dealer. But we also offer or hold a wealth of spare parts up at Doncaster, up at our HQ. We've invested really heavily in that particular facility, and a huge part of the building is laid down to our parts set up. So we've got a huge range of parts there, including quite a lot of wear parts as well. So you know, we can throughout the season keep the dealers topped up as well. And obviously, if there's a bit of a spike that the dealer wasn't expecting and they didn't order enough, then we can hopefully do something to overcome that. And again, we're then further backed up by our parent company in Germany as well, who have that very same supply. So between all of those things, we've got the job covered, we feel.
Fantastic. And where are you based, by any chance, mate?
Well, I'm a Yorkshireman originally, so
you've got a nice strong voice for it. I can see that.
Absolutely. I've spent years trying to lose it. So no, I live in Lincolnshire now.
Okay.
But yeah, our HQ is up at Doncaster in South Yorkshire.
And you travel around your distribution areas, do you?
I do, yeah. So I would try and be out with the team as much as I possibly can across the UK. So we've got 8 guys from a sales point of view out on the road covering the UK for us. 2 of them are here today. We've got Nigel and Rupert here today with us. They would both cover this part of the world for different product ranges.
We're going to follow them round later with the drone. Perhaps that'd be great. Anyway, I appreciate your time, and you've got a wealth of information. I ain't had to ask you any questions at all. You told me everything about it, and see you during the day then.
Pleasure to meet you.
Thank you very much. Cheerio. Leaving a lovely seabed, as you can see. What I'm going to do, I'm going to catch up with Ben. I'm in the cab with
Josh from Amazon, the product specialist
and demonstrator.
Yeah.
Right. So tell me, the drill on the back there. Now, what's that all about?
So the drill that's on the back is basically it can be designed as a one-pass machine.
Yep.
But you can do multiple passes, cultivation. You can have a set of cultivation discs or a set of minimum till discs on the front. We can have various different options, mix and match, and we can have a green drill on the back, so you can apply cover crops at the same time as drilling your seed down, and you can also drill fertiliser down the seed. If you want to put it with the seed, you can put it with the seed, or you can put it down a different set of pipes which will place the fertiliser below the seed. So essentially the roots grow out to the fertiliser.
Fantastic. I'm going to stop you there because you're going at 100 miles an hour.
That's
and
right.
So basically you can drop the fertiliser next door to the seed.
Yeah.
So that helps it, so you haven't got to sort of like go around with another pass with another fertiliser.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
And so it's all jobs are good in this. Josh, it's a one-pass machine obviously, and you can use it on sat nav or something, can it?
Yeah, so you could use it all with sat nav on our systems. On our Amatron 4 we have a GPS switch on and off positions.
Yep.
So essentially the GPS will turn the drill on and off as it passes over a set line. So that's one thing that you don't have to worry about. But then we also have a system that basically, because we've got 2 positions of entry for the seed, the system will turn the metering unit on at the right time for the first hopper, which will allow everything to be placed down in a consecutive line.
Fantastic.
Instead of having a gap, which can eliminate misses.
Now, for argument's sake, I'm an old traditional farmer and not up with all this GPS and sat navs and whatnot. Now, see, you got markers on them.
Yeah.
Now, you can control them via the cab, can you?
Yeah, all that's controlled via the Icebus screen. You can control them manually, or basically they will automatically, as you raise and lower the machine, they'll automatically come out. You can turn them off if you don't want to run them, or you can have them, say if you're starting in the middle of the field, you can have them both coming out at the same time.
Perhaps we can demonstrate that a bit later, can we?
Yeah,
that'd be fantastic. Now, you said about the seed you plant. Now, is it a multi-purpose machine, or is it just a one application? Is it like one seed only?
No, you can plant anything from beans to rape, anything you want.
Maize.
You can't plant. You could, theoretically, you could if you wanted to, but with maize, you need the right spacings and everything, which is what Agronomy is designed to do.
Okay. So, if the farmer wants to buy a machine for everything, he's got to look at another machine then, basically.
Technically, yeah, if he's wanting to grow maize and stuff like that, he needs to be, that's all precision, that the seed needs to be precisely, otherwise then the two, basically if they're not planted within the right spaces, they become in competition with each other.
Right.
They don't have the right amount of room to grow.
Yeah, a distance between each
they need
drop
the
seed.
distance. It's crucial to get those distances right when you're precision planting.
Fantastic. Now, what width is this machine you got in the back there?
So this one at the back's 6 metre.
So you could do a field quite quickly. So if you had, say, a 50-acre field, would you be able to do that in one day?
Oh, easily, yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you're in a nice Fendt tractor, 720.
Yeah.
Now, what sort of horsepower is this tractor?
This is roughly about 200.
And that's fine with that.
If we were to have minimum till discs on the back, you probably would get away with this size horsepower, alright. If you're to then fill the hopper, you need to be have a bit more horsepower, because you've just got the weight, and it's all about putting the horsepower into the ground. You need the weight there for the bigger chassis tractors. Right,
so I can see a lot of difficult controls in front of us, but so we're going to let you carry on, and I'm going to poke the camera in your face and laugh in the background. Okay?
Yeah, that's all right.
Right. So you got to set up the GPS, obviously.
Yeah. So we should. I've set a boundary line because we're going to try and get the Fendt headland turn system working, which is basically an automatic system which will automatically turn on the headland.
Right.
And you can watch everything that's going on behind you. Put an AB in now.
And will that drop automatically from the computer?
Not on this system. We're not going to have that set up now.
Okay. So you can control the speed, everything from that joystick there, can you?
Yeah. So with these Fendts, you've got 2 options basically to drive them. You can drive them using this button here, which simulates the pedal. So once you engage that, everything's done on the pedal.
Okay.
Forwards and reverse, which motion you're going forwards or reversing, and then just put your foot on the accelerator.
Oh, and chuck me out of the cab.
Yeah. And then if you're wanting to drive it without using the pedal and just have your feet sat there, you you turn the pedal mode off, and it's all just done from the joystick.
Fantastic. So this is where some of these big American farmers, they can control their drone, eat their lunch and do everything without actually touching any controls.
Yeah. Yeah.
A mile long field, it's easy, isn't it, I suppose?
Yeah.
In this country we're a little bit short of space, aren't we? So
yeah, we are.
So that's locked onto the line now.
Yeah, that's locked onto the AB line, and basically, yeah, it will go as far as you can see in that direction, as long as there's nothing in your way and you've got your fields there still.
Okay. As long as you don't run over my camera gear that's laying on the floor somewhere around here, so I don't want to run it over. But there you go, you're all right.
Let's keep an eye on it.
Yeah, you'll see it in front, hopefully.
Yeah.
That's not talking to me.
Right, we'll just.
So I suppose working for Amazon, you have to be out in the field a lot, do you?
Yeah, I travel up and down the country and basically come to events like this.
Yeah.
Basically, I talk to customers.
Where are you based?
Me personally, I'm based up in East Yorkshire.
Yeah, you've got that accent there.
Yeah, but the company, our main HQ is based in Doncaster, which is in South Yorkshire, which is not far from me. It's about an hour and a half away.
So as a demonstrator, you're always on the go, are you?
Yeah, I'm up and down the country like a yo-yo.
Yeah. Right, we appreciate this, Matt. You're going to drop me off now, and I'm going to have a wander behind you with it, and we'll see you again.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Thank
Cheers,
you.
mate.
That what we really need is a partnership out there between machinery, chemical and good agronomy. Now that said, many farms now have got multiple challenges in terms of grass weeds. For some people, blackgrass, if anything, is probably less of an issue now than perhaps resistant ryegrass and brome, particularly if those brome species are spring rather than autumn germinating. So things are on the move. They're also on the move from our side of the fence. You know, we keep losing chemistry. Odd new things come to the fore, but what's new really is nowhere near as exciting nor as revolutionary as some of the old materials that were developed in the past. These days, if you're going to introduce a new chemical, it mustn't be mobile and get down to deep-rooted weeds. If it does, it probably means that it will get into watercourses. It needs to be relatively short-lived as well, which means that persistence is disappearing. And if a molecule doesn't suit those sort of criteria, then there's no way that any European legislation authority will allow it through. A particular point in mind at the moment is oilseed rape. For years we've had a material called crawler that was pretty mobile. It would get down to the roots of deeper germinating weeds, but as it got down to the roots it could also get into the watercourses. And with the sort of strictures that the water authorities have upon us these days, then that's been bad news, and crawler has disappeared during the course of this season. So that means for oilseed rape, we're left with propyzamide. Propyzamide is a material that's highly insoluble. It sits on the surface of the soil and moves just slightly into the surface, which means that if you're preparing a rape seed bed, you really want to prepare it so that you leave all the weed seed in those top few centimetres of the soil and no deeper.
Right, Ashley, we've got someone behind us. What's he talking about? Is he talking about...
So he's talking about obviously soil and black grass and what a problem it is, and also how practices have changed on farm. He was saying, you know, you rarely see a plough on farm these days. It's more about minimum till and that sort of thing. So he's discussing about how things have changed over the last 30 years really. So it's quite interesting for me to know about that as well, really.
Yeah. And is he talking about chemicals you can use?
Talking about chemicals, yeah. Obviously some chemicals have changed and some things are more now resistant to those chemicals. There's also always bits different changing, so he's going through those bits basically, yeah.
So is the demonstration going to go along with someone like Ben talking about the cultivator on the back, or is that down to Amazon?
I think Ben will do that as well on Amazon. They're all here together. So Ben obviously knows a little bit about Amazon, are the experts, they're from the manufacturer.
Yep.
So I'll go through the ranges that we've got. A Brassiere drill here, we've got a Cirrus behind us, so they're all exciting names, but what do they do? That's what we're going to go through today with some of the customers and yourself, and try and discover that. Yeah.
Thanks. I mean, if you don't mind, I can poke the camera in people's faces and listen to what they have to say, because that's interesting. Anyway, I think appreciate your time anyway.
No worries.
Again,
cheers.
That's blackgrass. If you've got ryegrass issues, then ryegrass produces about 7 times more seeds per plant than a blackgrass does, and blackgrass is pretty prolific in its own right. The other thing that we've learnt is to be more root grass weeds tend to germinate much better if you put a crop in, and that's to use cover cropping as a means of germinating grass weeds. And again, it tends to imply that we're going to use glyphosate for burning.
Well, I think we'll leave that there for a minute, and we'll move on to, I think Ben's going to do a chat in a minute, talk about the tractors and other bits and pieces. So anyway, we'll leave it there for a minute.
Thank you very much. Obviously the guys from Xantra are here all day. If you want to have a chat with them regarding chemistry, agronomy, application, etc., feel free to come along and have a chat with them. I'll let Nigel Jones from Amazon, he wants to just give a very brief chat about the machines that we've got here.
Very brief.
Very brief.
Very brief.
Very brief.
No, talk for hours.
Regarding some of the machines.
That's
right. Yeah, just a very brief introduction about some of the machines that we've got available today, and what their capabilities are and what we're trying to achieve with them basically.
Okay, yeah, so obviously following on, I'm Nigel Jones from Amazon. I cover 3C for the south of the country. Today, following on from the blackgrass and the low disturbance and traditional cultivation systems, we've got the new Cobra here, which is a primary cultivation, 48 coulters, but working shallow.
Any questions?
Any questions? You must have a question, Matt. Come on, get the ball rolling. Come on. Right, you make some dust.
Right, I'm with Hadlow College today, and he's brought along a few students with him. Introduce yourself, please.
My name's Steve Pike. I'm a lecturer and workshop manager at Hadlow College. So teaching everything about agricultural engineering, all of the things that we cover in that. Brought along a few students today. These are first year higher education students doing FDSC agriculture.
Yep.
So they've come predominantly to look at the cultivation machinery that we've got here today. The first of their assignments is looking at primary and secondary cultivation, so for us to be here today is ideal, really.
It's a bonus, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, you talk about this course, now obviously it's an arable course for you, is this? We're not talking about animals or anything like that?
So we do the whole range.
You do the whole range.
They deal with animals. I only teach this part of it as arable.
Yeah.
And then I teach the machinery unit as well, so we do agriculture engineering as well. So I teach from level 2, 3 right up to 5 as agriculture engineering as well. So
if I was on this course now, what's the duration of the course?
So the duration of your course is 2 years. 2 years.
2 years.
So 2 years, yeah.
Okay.
And then you can do the honours as well, which brings it up to 3 years.
Now, do you all come from farms, or are you just enrolled in the college? You're just enrolled in your college, so you're looking for a job after this?
Yeah.
So we'll ask your names in a minute, shall we, as well? All right then. Well, I appreciate your time, and what's your name again?
Steve Pike.
Steve Pike from Hadlow College in Kent.
Yeah, in Kent, just up the road, just between Tunbridge and Maidstone, really.
Now, is it all right if I can talk to your students?
Yes, fine. You can talk to them as long as they're happy to talk to you.
We'll start with a bearded man. He's got a great moustache. I love that moustache. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Why have you joined the agricultural course at Hadlow College?
So my name is Will Bryden. I've come here to learn a lot more about the cultivation and all the skills involved in becoming a farmer.
And that's your ambition, to be a farmer.
Indeed.
Even in today's age.
Yeah, believe it or not, yeah,
you
there are
want
a
to dig
few
up
of us.
fields and build houses.
Yeah, well, try not to. But.
Try not to. Where are you from?
Sussex.
Sussex. So it's a little bit of a journey. Do you stay at the college or?
Yeah, I'll do residential.
There is actual halls of residence. Well, I appreciate your time, and
Thank you very
introduce
much.
yourself again.
Will Bryden.
Thanks for your time. Right, talk about embarrassing people. What are you?
Hi, I'm Finn. I'm from Maidstone, and I'm currently at Hadlow College.
Fantastic. Now, you're looking to get onto a farm during your course?
Yeah, I'm looking at getting onto farms. So I started out at my school Young Farmers Club and progressed onto the level 3, and now I'm on the level 4. So
And where did you say you're from?
Maidstone.
Maidstone, so it's not too far for you. Do you
No,
go home with a night time?
Sorry?
Do you go home with a night time?
Yeah, I do. I drive home. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So you're enjoying the course so far?
Yeah, it's really good, really knowledgeable, and it's it's exciting.
It's good, and you can meet new people from all different areas of the country, can't you?
Definitely.
And
yeah.
get to know the girls as well.
Yeah.
That's a lovely reply, isn't it? Anyway, thanks a lot for your time. Tell us your name and where you come from.
Thank you. I'm Finn from Maidstone.
Thanks for your time. Come in, young lady. Don't try and hide from the camera.
Well, it's the sun, really. But,
Okay.
yeah.
Tell us your name and where you from then.
I'm Bernie Sorrell, and I'm from Surrey.
Fantastic. And why have you gone into agriculture? Family farm or anything like that?
No. So I want to build my knowledge. That's why I'm studying, because I want to be a farmer one day.
Fantastic. And first year at this, and you're enjoying it?
Yeah, so far, yeah.
Yeah. And so, what part are you looking forward to most? The animals or the arable? Or
Animals for sure.
Animals.
Yeah.
So you go in the dairy industry, perhaps?
Maybe not.
It's a bit getting up early for that sort of thing, isn't it, really?
I don't mind getting up early, but yeah, no, I don't know.
So breeding side of it, all that sort of thing
all
involved?
that sort of thing, and just learning to work with the soil. It's like it's the most important part of farming, I think, and so...
That's a fantastic, what you just said there. We've got to think about the soil these days, haven't we? It's not all about building houses and roads and industrial estates.
Yeah.
We've got to be able to feed ourselves in the future, especially what's going wrong with the world at the present time. And spending your time in the countryside, this can't be anything better, can it?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. And we're losing a lot of the countryside, but we look forward to people like yourself who's going to take this industry on further.
Yeah.
I appreciate your time. Tell us your name and where you come from again.
Bernie Sorrell from Surrey.
Thanks for your time. Tell us who you are and where you come from then.
Well, my name's Isaac Adams. I come from just down the road, but we're other way. What do you mean?
No, you're in the side of the tractor.
Oh.
That's better. I can see your faces now.
We're with Plumpton College. The rest of our class haven't turned up yet, but we've just
okay. So you're agricultural students, are you?
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, level 3.
And so, what college was that again?
Plumpton College down in Sussex.
Oh, okay. Then.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of a drive out for you today.
Well, no, I live just down the road.
Yeah, we're from Kent.
I live I live in Barming, so.
Oh, Barming. Oh, that's just around the corner, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, exactly.
So, what are you looking forward to on this course? Are you looking to learn the animal side or the arable side?
We've done we've gone down the arable.
We've done some arable already, so today's an ideal spot. You can see all this new equipment being used.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all the future of farming. It's no good thinking about the old Fergusons no more. It's all about 6-metre drills and that sort of thing.
That's it.
Have you got a farm already, or you work?
No, not from farming background, but we both worked on farms. Yeah.
You are working on farms, and
they
give you day release or something, do they?
No. Well, yeah, with college they do. Yeah. Because we're going to college and everything. They're fine with that, so yeah.
So you're looking forward to a long future in farming?
Yes, yeah.
Hopefully,
so, you're, as I said to the young lady behind, you're our future, so please carry on with it. Well, anyway, tell us your name and where you come from again.
Isaac Adams, and I'm from Maidstone, Kent.
Ted Roussel from Ashford.
Thanks for your time, guys.
Thank you. This is a new steel runner, which, as you can see, the runners are starting to fill up with soil. So it works basically as a soil-on-soil contact. So as this fills up, it just means that the soil is pushing straight back down on itself, which then means you'd like to think that as this fills up, it's then not wearing as such. The other one we've got is over the other side on the CS, the 3-metre machine. That is the double runner on there. So it's slightly wider spaced, but it's a double runner. So that means that as that's working in, if it does get a bit wet and it starts to block or anything like that, it means that the back roller is trying to clear it out at the same time. Both of these leave really good finishes on the ground we have in Kent, purely for the variety of ground that a lot of these farms have now. So you might find you're on sand here, then you'll be on clay, and then you'll be on stone and everything like that. You find this one is the most popular. Then I would say the double runner, but it does leave a nice sort of ridged up finish. Great for over winter if you're going to leave it. All you then need to do is in the spring as you go back out, so you get these little ridge profiles. All you need to do is just go out with the drill, just sort of knock that off, and you've got a nice crumb on the top there to sort of play with and help cover the seed up really. That's what we're aiming for. Whether we get that is a different matter with the weather, etc.
So working from the front,
yep,
we've got a chopper bar at the front, which does what?
Knife roller we call that.
Yep.
So that basically, if you've got long stubbles, rape stubble, you're trying to cut that, chop that, push it over, help uproot it, whatever, that is literally in there 1/2 inch to 1 inch deep. And obviously because it's quite small, it's spinning very fast. So that will create quite a turbulence in the front there anyway, before you hit it with the tine. We have got levelling paddles in here, but I think purely for the exercise today, they're just wound up out the way. We don't really need to be doing anything with them. And yeah, the packer roller seems to do a good job of sorting itself out as well.
So it's fully adjustable. You can move bits and pieces on this cultivator.
Yeah, you can move
to
it
suit
all.
different soils and that sort of thing, can you?
Yep, yep, yeah. So the knife roller's all hydraulic from the cab. Yep. The depth wheels and the packer roller are all hydraulic as well. So we can change the depth of all of the tines across the whole profile of machine, all hydraulically.
And what sort of width is this cultivator?
It's 6 metres.
6 metre width, so it's a one-pass machine.
Yep, that's the idea of it.
And then the drill's directly behind it, is it?
Yep.
Well, that's it for this video, part 1. There's going to be another one, talking to people, looking at the tractors. It's nice to meet the young people, the college guys, who's the future of farming. As you've probably heard me saying, channel, I've got the drone up at the moment, so I'm a bit wary of what it's doing. But anyway, end of part 1, see you in part 2. Thanks for your time.